Hello everyone, Kurt the Good Times Card Collector here, back for another episode of Tales from the Backside. Today we're going to do 1989 scores, so let's see what we got. First card is the White Sox, Mike Diaz. Mike, a handy guy to have around. He can catch and play first, third, and the outfield. Brought his big bat to the White Sox in mid-August 1988 after having been traded from the Pirates. His year started badly when he had surgery to repair a torn ligament in his left thumb and missed the first month and a half. An aggressive power hitter, Mike has an exceptional ratio of 1 homer every 15.1 at-bats in 1987. He also was the only pinch hitter in the majors to bash 4 game winners. That's pretty good. Nice pinch hitter repertoire there. Mike was originally drafted way down in the 30th round. Wow, 30. By the Cubs in 1978. He overcame that handicap with some lusty hitting. Very lustful hitting in the minors in 1979. Mike batted .312. And in 2 AAA seasons, .324 in 1983 and .312 in 1985. So that's Mike Diaz, number 603 for the White Sox. Pinch hitter extraordinaire. Next card, let's see what we got. Next card is John Dobson, pitcher for the Expos. Looks like he's either it's a fish face or he's ready to make out with somebody. He's also got some rib exposure there going, or I don't know if it's the way the card shows or something, but also he's got the sweet Expos unis. I do kind of like those. Not really me making fun of it, I just kind of like it. Kind of like the sky blue. Anyway, John Dobson, number 466. John, we always start with John, or the first name, Mike. John, a big right-hander with devastating changeup. Haven't heard much of a devastating changeup, but his is devastating. Was a regular starter with the Expos as a rookie in 1988. He picked up his first major league win in mid-May when he allowed no runs and just 3 hits in 6 innings for a 3-0 victory over the Dodgers. John's next win, they're going win by win here. John's next win almost made the record books. He was 1 out away from a 14-hit shutout over the Braves. 14 hit shutout. So he gave up 14 hits with a shutout. I guess that might be close to a record. That's an interesting record to have. The major league record for most hits in a shutout. He almost had that record. John Dobson could have been the record books. Most hits given up in a shutout, but he didn't make it. When he gave up a 2-run single, John, who was drafted by the Expos in 1982, missed most of 86 with surgery on his right shoulder. John Dobson almost made the record books, but not quite. See what we have next. Next is Jeff Montgomery. I actually kind of know Jeff Montgomery a little bit. Relief pitcher for the Royals, number 367. Let's see about Jeff. He's a terrific competitor. With 4 solid pitches, it's pretty good for a reliever. Flourished as a rookie middle reliever for the Royals in 1988 after his trade from the Reds in February and his recall from the minors in June of 87. Jeff was leading the American Association, they called it then I guess, with 117 strikeouts and a 3.82 ERA as a starter when the Reds called him up at the end of July. So I guess he was a starter in AAA. Called him up to be a middle relief specialist, looks like. Jeff earned a BS degree, in computer science at Marshall. They're really stretching here. Before being drafted by the Reds in the 9th round, well, it's not bad, 9th round, of 1983. As a reliever in his first 3 minor league seasons, he led the Florida State League with 14 saves in 1984 and the Eastern League with 53 appearances in 1985. I didn't know you could lead the league in appearances, but apparently Jeff Montgomery did. So congrats to Jeff Montgomery with his BS in computer science at Marshall, and being brought up for his middle relief roles. That's Jeff Montgomery with the Royals. Next card, we'll do 2 more. Next one is, who's this? Oh, Mark Langston. I know Mark Langston. You guys should know Mark Langston. Pitcher, 1989 score. He was with the Mariners, card number 161. There should be some interesting stuff for Langston. He did some good stuff, I think, from what I remember. Mark is one of the most talented young southpaws in the AL. Blazing 90-mile-an-hour fastball, a big breaking curve, and a nasty slider. Nasty slider. He had a career high of 16 strikeouts in one game in 1988. That's pretty solid. And was in the thick of the league strikeout race all season long. In 1987, Mark topped the AL in strikeouts for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. Solid. He also pitched in his first All-Star game and led the majors with 12 road game victories. That's a little bit of a stretch, but they did find a way he led the league. In 1984, Mark was only the 4th AL rookie to lead the league in strikeouts and finished 2nd in the Rookie of the Year voting. I wonder who he finished to. When you talk about the elite pitchers in baseball, you had better talk about Mark Langston, said pitching coach Mark Connors. He's right there. He's a franchise pitcher. Mark Langston, pitcher for the Mariners, number 161. Last card. Who we're going to get here? Who are we talking about? We are talking about Nick Esaski, first baseman for the Reds. No, there's no C in there. Esaski. Nick Esaski, number 64 for the Reds, first baseman. Let's find out about Nick. Nick, who is a streak hitter. I mean, sometimes he hits, sometimes he doesn't hit. With excellent power, started the 1988 season as the Reds' regular first baseman. But when he was disabled for a spell with a sprained ankle, Cincinnati traded for Leon Durham. The two platooned for a while after that. In 87, Nick had his most productive major league year as he had a career high in homers and batting average. 87. What did he do in 87? Career high, 22 home runs and 270 batting average. 270 and 20 home runs. So, career highs. Nick played 6 seasons in the minors after being drafted by the Reds in the first round of 78. Wow, he really stuck around in the minors for a while. He led the AA Eastern League in homers with 30 and game-winning RBIs with 14 in 1980 and hit 27 home runs in the AAA American Association in 1982. He was brought up to the Reds in 1983. So first round draft pick, 6 years in the minors, finally came up, got hurt, he's streaky, platooned, and I think that's about all we heard from Nick Esaski. So anyway, Nick Esaski, number 64, the Reds, first baseman. That concludes our Tales from the Backside for 1989 score. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you won't miss any of my future videos. Well, have a good one.